A lot of people don't realize that we should be setting goals for every month, week, day that we're doing something. Even if the goal is to just get up and exist, it's still a goal. And people don't realize that setting a goal for the month, your day, your month, your week, your month, even your year is something to achieve. As basic as the goal may be, and I see a lot of people in cars, whatever you guys are doing, and I don't mean it in a negative. I mean whatever you guys are doing, even it should there should be a goal for that day. Whether you're driving from job to job, you're delivering Uber, you're delivering DoorDash, whatever the case may be, to do to extra put extra food on the table, there should be a goal that's associated with that in the day. I want to deliver 10 Ubers today and make X, Y, and Z amount of money. And people don't realize how important it is to have that goal. If you don't start meeting small minor goals, how are you going to start to meet your major goals if you're not even succeeding on the smallest targeted level? And this is where, even for me, I had these astronomical goals in my life, but everybody, all my mentors and things like that came to me and told me, "Ollie, how do you get to that goal?" And I'd sit down and lay this elaborate plan out, right? And then they're like, "Well, why don't you make each part of that elaborate plan a goal? Let me build my landing page. Let me build my business. Let me build these foundations, and each and every single one of these foundations is a goal. Let me so who's been printing with me for the past year and a half?
Me?
Noah, I think you're almost a year with me. February will be a year, I think, with me. I If you guys remember when I started, okay, no phone system, no, we were just doing things email. I had no contact waiting, no nothing. We started with a BS Google Voice number, okay, and we started to generate the system. My goal was every month to be 10% better than I was last month. And how did I do that? I did that by setting a simple goal of 10%. And I didn't mean cash wise, I meant 10% better in the business, because that reflects, if you're 10% better in customer service, your sales will be affected. If you're 10% better in everything that you do, trust me, you're going to feel it. So that's where I started to realize that these small little goals, these minute goals, started to build us up. Okay. And so I'm starting to realize what's going on with all this stuff. And I really started to push forward. Oop, hold on. Got two people trying to enter the room. Micah, do you have access to the participation list? I think you're a co-host with me. You start to let people in. So when I started to do that, I started to see real, okay, beautiful. I started to see real success with how we started to go. And then I started asking the right questions. Okay. I didn't ask my mentor these questions. I asked you guys questions. Like Lou. Lou's a perfect example. Lou's been printing with me for a while. So I asked Lou, what can I do to make better? What can I do to help you? I need X, Y, and Z. Shit. Okay. Let's do that. So once you start asking people, what can you do in your business to make it better? Now you're listening to your client. When you start listening to your client, you start to succeed on a level that your clients are like, what? What is this? Why is this happening the way that it happened? Now, I'm not a know-it-all. I'm not a know-it-all at all. Oh, out. Hold on. I gotta turn this. Hold on. I'm still getting used to this thing. Hold on. Wow, how does it go out? I think that's how it goes out. There we go. So yeah, tell me how dope that is. Hold on. Here, wait, yep. Little kid in the candy store. The stupidest things make me happy. But um that's what we started to do. So when it comes to credit, when it comes to funding, when it comes to all this stuff, like people, didn't realize that like I knew X, Y,
That's a
and Z
lot of
amount.
business leading to
But
the
at the end of the day, like I started to ask the proper questions. I started to sit down with the proper people. And how do you do that? I ask everybody, like, what makes me better? How can I make somebody else better? Okay. Software. When the software started coming, I realized that there were so many errors that people were doing. We were the first to do reviews. Why are we doing a review in a software when people know that, excuse me, people
income.
know that you need to submit you need to submit your credit, you need to submit the stuff because people didn't know. Doesn't matter what training happened. So now we started doing it. We started providing a service people didn't understand and how we did it. And now what we're doing. So, for example, I know Noah's got an important question today. He's one of the person that I wanted to run this for, and a major reason why I came in today. Noah came in and said, I need some sort of script to call the bureaus with. Okay. So I'm not going to give a script because, first off, if you're doing a call for yourself, which DeAndre, who's in the room right now, told us to do, you don't need a script because you're picking up the phone and calling them. And once you get somebody on the phone, you're telling them, hey, I have evidence that you got my letter. Process my letter. Don't send me a third party whatchamacallit. Don't send me a third party stall letter. I sent it to you. It's no third party. That is what we need to do. So now if you're sitting down and you call the bureau that, what do they got to
Mm-hmm.
do? They got to
Process it.
they got to process the
I
letter.
need to do that.
Exactly. Exactly. So if you're telling them to process it because
Call bureaus
you've already
and
done that.
process letters.
Hold on, I gotta mute my man over here. Hold on, give me a second. My man's talking, he's writing this down. Keep writing.
My bad.
Yeah, no.
I
And then hold on, DeAndre said, don't hang out without processing them. At the end of the day, he's giving you something that we didn't have. I used to tell you don't call the bureaus, period. Because that's what was told to me. Now, and get the reference number. Now, on the other hand, what am I telling you? Because we have somebody who's having major success in the software. I'm not going to boast him up, but I am going to boast him up. I am going to boast him up. He's got over 150 clients that he sends to me to print. So why wouldn't we listen to somebody that has 150 clients and what they're doing? We're going to sit down and we're going to listen to them and be like, okay, how do we recreate what you're doing for our community? Why? Because I want every single one of you, even if you got 10 clients, to be able to get the results that you want. FYI, I send it to my old business partner. My old business partner is using FICO Forge. Now, everybody that knows, I own FICO Forge, M2 FICO Forge. Okay. It is the same thing as all the other softwares, but it's mine. Okay. Now, hey, D, should we give it to them? Your call.
Who did you call?
DeAndre.
Oh, sorry.
All right. So I just partnered with DeAndre funding and software now. So now FICO Forge is going to be on the map even quicker. So everybody that's working with us, we're already moving fire because now I'm going to provide that to you guys and everything that we can do and every tactic that DeAndre is bringing to his clients to get deletions, we're going to bring that to everybody in our mastermind groups and our things like that. Okay. So that's what, yep. Lou, I see you. I see you. Don't worry, brother. I see you. We're going to start bringing that. So just like we're telling you people to call, we're telling everybody to call. Anything else that DeAndre gives, we're going to be giving that. We're going to be, yep, collaboration over competition all day long. We ain't competing anymore. We're collaborating. And everybody in here, I'm collaborating with you to make you all better. We want to get you your deletions, but what do I want? I want to give you guys clients all day long. Because here's what happens. If you eating, I'm eating. But if you're not eating, well, nobody's eating. I'll see you later, my friend. Okay? That's what we're trying to do. And I want to tell you something. I see the frequent flyers in this group that are in these meetings. I see you guys answering the newcomers inside of the software. I'm watching it. I'm seeing the new messages come through, and then all the ones that are in these Friday meetings answering other people because they already got the answers from me. And you're paying attention, which means your ideologies, your smartness is going up even higher. So now with these collaborations, I'm going to get smarter and you're going to get smarter. That's the whole point of this. And what happens when we get smarter? We get deletions. Okay? We get deletions. We also have the software out now that everybody's going to become a funding company. I'm going to make every person in here in this year at least $100,000 a month. That's my goal. Every person in here that has a following and a grouping behind, you're going to be making $100K a month. And that's no bullshit. That's no bullshit. Why? I'm literally taking all the guesswork out of it. I'm taking all the guesswork out of you, teaching you guys how to do this. There's no, oh, how do I do it? Nope. You're going to have literally a guideline. This person's good. This person's bad. Go in, hit a button. Now you know how you're going to get this person funded. I'm sitting with the banks. I'm going to make every single one of you become an expert funder. Because it's not hard. Everybody's selling this thing that this shit is so hard. It's not. It's easy. Once you understand credit, you'll understand the whole game. That's my goals. These are my goals for this year. The Red Sea has parted. When we sit down and we go through this, that's why I have these Friday meetings. And I see that everybody's here on Friday. They're coming in, they're going, and they're growing because we're going to get you there. We're going to get you there. I dropped a shit ton of money on this software. Why? Because I realized what everybody was doing. They were charging you an astronomical amount of money and weren't teaching you the real nitty gritty behind it. How many people, raise a hand, because I have a lot of people on camera. How many people know how to read a credit report properly? CJ? Lou's like, how many are letting the software AI read the credit report for them and tell them what's wrong with what's wrong with the account? DTI, debt to income ratio, not DTI, DIT, debt to income ratio. All these things that are coming out is going to be inside the software. I'm going to have everything highlighted in red. Okay? Everything's going to be there for you guys to understand your credit report, give it to your client, spit it back out to them. I'm going to add another analysis this month, okay, to it, and we're going to be building that out. Now, barring it might be a little slow, guys, because I hopefully, Daddy's going to have a little bit of time on his hands, but we're going to be trying to manage that, but this is what I want to do with each and every single one of you. When you're sitting down in here, you're running the report quick, you're seeing what's wrong with it, then you could tell your client. How many negatives do you have across how many bureaus? CJ, when you're reading a report, because I see you looking in the camera, my dude, so I'm calling you, I appreciate you having that camera on, is when you're reading a report, man, and somebody tells you, okay, somebody tells you, well, how many negatives do I have? You could be able to spit them out to them real quick. You got 10 late payments, you got 12 collection charge-offs, you got a repossession, you got a bankruptcy, you got this. This is a crazy file. Now, CJ, you're going to take somebody on. Say you're going to take somebody on as a client. How do you charge that client?
You asked me how much I charge my client? Like,
yeah. How much you going to charge that client?
$300 a month.
Get out of here with the shit, bro. You making baby money. You making baby money. You're making baby money. Why? I want you guys. I want everybody to understand this. Why would somebody charge you $5,000 for credit repair or $10,000 for credit repair? And we all know all of you would pay it because that's what we were making money back in the day. Okay. Between $5,000 and $10,000, and you want to charge $500 a month. Okay. You want to charge $300 a month. Think it's 6 months. 6 months times 300. How much is that?
It's $1,800.
$1,800. Thank you, Anthony. $1,800. So you want to charge almost 33% on what the other person's charging. They charge it 66% more than you, and they're using the same software as you. I see the wheels turning in your head. I see it. I see you're like, damn, shit, I didn't even think of that. I see it because everybody doesn't think you have gold. Why are they selling you gold? Because they know it's gold. If the credit wasn't meant to be fixed, nobody would be starting a business. Nobody would be selling a software. Credit Repair Cloud has 8,000 users. Client Dispute Manager has 10,000 users. Okay? M2 has over 30,000 users. Guys, wake up. If it wasn't something that worked, people wouldn't be signing up. But here's the thing, and I'm going to use Noah as the example. What happens when you don't get the deletions in the first month and you bank it on deletions? What happens? You're going to get discouraged. You're not going to want to do this, and you're going to go find other ways, right? You're going to go buy books on UCC. You're going to go buy books on factual disputing. You're going to buy all this junk from all these other people, right? That are selling you the same course and the same shit that everybody else is just regurgitated garbage. It's just regurgitated garbage. Hey, let me take your book and rewrite it for myself so I can sell it to my clients, is what somebody told me. I started laughing. I said, what? No. I wrote the book. I don't want you to sell that to anybody else. Why? I don't need you giving the stuff that is regurgitated. I want you to come up with, read my book and come up with your own. In the world of ChatGPT, you can do it in 5 minutes. Takes you 5 minutes. You know how I record my books? Everybody's on a Zoom meeting right now. You see the phantom recorder in here? It's a note taker. It's a note taker. It's literally recording everything that I'm saying to you guys. You know what I do? I take that scribe, I put it into ChatGPT. I say, hey, do me a favor. I spoke for 3 hours on this, on X, Y, and Z subject. Break it down into chapters. Write it as chapter and give me chapter text-rich content. Shoots it out. Boom. Now I have a book. It took me all of 35 minutes because I just start to break the chapters out. Then I go to another company called designer.io, take the thing from a Google Doc, put it in there, and now I have a book that's been designed. 35 minutes. You know what's taking me
Like
longer
Gamma
on
AI.
what happened?
That's like Gamma AI.
Oh, send that to me. No, I'll take a look at it. But it took me longer to pick a cover than it did to actually write the book because I talk to you guys every week. Every week I do a 2-hour mastermind. Every week we do a 2-hour mastermind with questions that you guys have. And I start building up from there. So, Noah, did I answer your question about how you're going to call the bureaus?
Still no.
I did. You're overthinking it, buddy. You're overthinking it.
Like I do everything.
What happened?
Like I do everything.
Yes, that's true. Like you do everything, but I'm gonna let you not overthink this process. This process is super easy. I want you to call the bureau when you have time. It's probably you still have until 7 o'clock tonight, and say I have my tracking numbers on X, Y, and Z. Okay. Before you guys send me any third-party stall letters, I sent my letters out. Okay, because you've been sending them to me often. Please process my letters. That's all I'm asking. I don't need you to do anything else. You're not disputing the file. You're not doing anything else but just telling them to process the file. And DeAndre said it before, get a reference number.
I believe I have the reference number. However, the credit bureaus love finding every way to keep you from getting on the phone with an agent.
No,
So,
no shit. But I gave you the best
yeah.
numbers.
Oh, yeah, they're pinned.
I gave you the best numbers, buddy.
And specifically, you those it was like three or four numbers for different
It's
Experian departments on that.
it's one for Experian, one for Equifax, one for TransUnion.
So the number that I have for Experian is wrong. Then
I don't know what number you have for Experian. If you took the PIN
it's
number, that what happened?
four
They
one
all in the
four
chat.
six
They
four
all
one
pinned
four
in the
six
chat.
zero.
They all pinned in the chat.
Noah, if you need them, I can send them to you. Just shoot me a message on Telegram. Sorry for the intrusion, but what you have to do is, like, when you call them, you just gotta input your just a little piece of information, and once you do that, just keep saying speak to an agent or a representative, and then it's gonna send you to talk to an agent, because that's what I had to do, because they'll give you kind of like the runaround, but you got to keep saying, can I speak to an agent? And then once you do that, it'll send you to an agent once you give like your verifiable information, and then you just go from there.
Yeah, I remember I kept on asking for an agent. Like they purposely mislead you on the voice machine. And every time I tried saying agent, no matter how many times, it just wouldn't register. Like they have designed the voice machines to get you to give up mentally.
Well, that's the whole part of the process, brother. They're trying to get you
So,
to get you to give up mentally. If it was, yep, see, DeAndre said it. That's their goal. If it was
so
that, you
boom,
go there. You go.
you just tell them dispute, and then once you do that, you'll just say agent, and once you do that, boom, they'll send you to an agent.
I'm
They'll
telling you,
initially say, if you want to dispute, you can dispute online, true, but
Mm-mm.
I want to talk to somebody over the phone, you say agent.
Mm-hmm.
okay,
Because
but
I'm
see
telling, I done
that's
did it
the
for Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. TransUnion just sent me a stall letter, and I called them that same night, and I got on the phone with an agent.
Mm-hmm.
okay.
And I'm gonna call them again
TransUnion,
today.
okay, so TransUnion, I didn't try them. I tried Experian in the parking lot. I tried Experian, but they're purposely trying to make things harder. I did that for Experian, but not TransUnion. So I guess I can try TransUnion tonight. But
Keep going, because I
If you
got
Noah,
on the
want to,
phone with.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
if you want to,
You go
Noah,
ahead,
try
Kendra.
Oh, I was
if I,
going to tell Noah
you go ahead, Kendra.
I don't think you should have a problem with Equifax or TransUnion. I think the most difficult one to get through to is the Experian, but you have to do what he was just saying. Because I just talked to them today. I talked to 3 reps. The first one had to escalate my call to someone that was higher than them. And then when I got on the phone with the person that I was talking to, when we was going through the processing, the call ended. So I think he hung up on me. So I gotta call him back and do it again. No matter how many times, if I got to get back through to them 50,000 times, I'll do it until I get somebody to process it.
There you go.
Yeah,
that used to be the easiest
another
one.
thing too, Noah. Another thing too, Noah, if you want to, because I've had the same issues and I kind of gave up before. I've contacted the fraud department. So with the star letters, they're stating that they're trying to stop fraud. So you do contact the fraud department, just let them know you want to get the dispute processed, and then they'll transfer you directly to the dispute department.
Okay, so when I manage to succeed on this call, I'm going to document like everything that I said. I'm
Do
going to
you have an
document everything.
iPhone?
So
Do you
I
have
don't
an
have an
iPhone?
iPhone.
Yeah, okay, so
I don't.
on iPhone, there's something that somebody taught me. I actually have the recordings from people to listen to what they said. Um,
Oh God.
get a recorder and record your. Oh, Jay Grant's coming in. Get a recorder and start recording the call that you're doing so that you can hear it and play back and see where you've messed up. Because it's not about you messing up, it's just about you confident in what you're talking about. And here's the thing, I know it with you because I've been dealing with you for over a year now. Okay. You get flustered in a little bit of a thing that you don't know. Don't get flustered, brother. You know what you're doing. That's why I say you just gotta just sound confident and turn around and say it. Because they know they're messing up. They know that they're doing something illegal. And if it's truly If it's truly something that's completely legal and something that's really good, then they wouldn't have an issue. They tell you, no, we can't help you. But if they turn around and tell you, because you know what? It's literally legitly easy to turn around and say, process my letters. What are you doing wrong? You are not doing a single thing wrong. You understand?
Yeah.
You are doing everything right. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. You got nothing wrong, brother. You're doing everything right. All right. If need be, have a small script, bullet points that you need to address, and stick to the script. Perfect. That's a good idea.
Yeah,
Chat
like
GPT.
yeah, like make a script from the phone call if I have success.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Jot down in some notes like, okay, I spoke. This is what I need to press. This is what I'm asking for. And then when you get to the agent, because what happens sometimes is when you hear the human voice, because you're already irritated by the AI, you're like, man, I just want to give up. But no, that is when you just lock in and be like, okay, I'm speaking to a person. And with a person, you can always kind of like manipulate them in a sense, if it makes sense, right? And you
Mm-hmm.
can be like, hey, I want my letters to be processed that I sent. And I also have my tracking numbers. You can also reference back to your tracking numbers and say, hey, my letters came here on December 22nd, 2024. I just want you to process them
That's
and
it.
update my personal information. And then you go from there.
That's what DeAndre is saying. The same thing. And Kendra got her
Okay.
hand raised. Kendra, what's up?
Okay, yeah. What I wanted to say is when I had talked to them earlier, my question was, so typically when you get on the phone with the rep, is they supposed to ask you questions like, oh, because they said they received first they told me they didn't receive the letters. But I let them tell me that they didn't receive them, and then when I hit them with the well, I had,
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying, like my
Mm-hmm.
stuff was delivered, so it's no way you could have not received the documents. So that's when they played the game, try to play a game with me, and then when I told them that's when they were like, okay, well we do have something, in the system. We showed that we do have the documents that they did come, but they haven't processed anything yet. So do they typically supposed to ask you like what is it that they supposed to be processing that's on the within the lab?
So if no, because that's you always answer. That's why I sent you letters.
Right. So and I
Uh,
was saying that too because I was thinking to myself like, why are you asking me what it is that I
because
need to be processed?
she's trying to get you to process it over the phone. So if you process it over the phone,
Mm-hmm.
okay, that it's different than processing with the letters that you have. And
Mm-hmm.
I want to, this is for everybody that's going over this right now, that if, no, you don't want to dispute over the phone, and no, you don't want, I want you to process the letters. That's what I called you for. I called you to process my letters. I didn't call you to
For you to process it for.
for yes,
Mm-hmm.
to process me over the phone and ask me whatever the letters is. Everything is in the letter and you can
Right.
process the letter directly. Thank you. That's
And
it.
that's what I told him too. I was like, well, why is it that if you have documents that I sent you, why is it that I'm going over everything that I'm sending you if you have it? That don't
Mhm.
make sense.
Agreed.
So y'all gotta watch out for that too, because they might ask y'all questions like that too, because that's what they're doing to me. And it was 3 different reps that did the same thing.
Eh,
That's the same thing that happened to me when I was on the phone with TransUnion. And he was like, what do you want to dispute? I said, I already sent the letters to y'all. Everything that you need to dispute is in the letter because I almost said it. And I was like, no, you trying to manipulate me. So let me go ahead and
Yep.
tell him, hey, everything that needs to be processed is in my letters that I sent you.
Yeah,
That's it.
I didn't give in. I was like, well, look, y'all, if you can't help me escalate the call to somebody that's higher than you, because my thing is, why should I be telling you what it is that you should be doing if you got my information?
Oh,
And if they
yeah.
do tell you, that they didn't get your letters, you just have the tracking number go against
Also, you can tell them you can actually tell them back they office number too. Because what I did was I said it reached uh Allen, Texas, such and such zip code. Because at first I said 16013, and he was like, no, it's actually 16106. I said, oh, my bad, 16106.
They just want. I mean, when y'all call, we is gonna have to fight because they gonna play games with you. They gonna give you the runaround.
Leon, what was it? Noah?
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
right, understand that, okay, you used to be in a service, right? It's an actual battle. It's a literal battle with you repairing something that is of your own, right? Think about it. You want to take pride and integrity in whatever you're trying to straighten up. So just know you finna go to war. So put your gear on, put your boots up, lace them up, strap up, and let's go to war. That's basically what you're doing to get
Helmet of
your
salvation.
information correct.
I love
I
this
got you,
group.
man.
I love this group. This group is great. This group is great. We've
Put
got
on the belt.
everybody from different backgrounds, and it's just amazing how somebody can speak to the inner warrior in everybody. There's somebody here that can speak to that inner warrior, and every person that's here, and you know that understands that inner warrior. That's great. That's honestly great. I love this. I love this. Keep going, guys. I didn't even take over the call. I'm sitting here enjoying just listening and nodding.
Yeah,
Sarah?
the only thing I didn't get was the reference number. You mentioned that, but I didn't even get. I mean, it wasn't nothing to get because they haven't even, like I said, everybody danced around. I didn't get tired, but I was just like, I got a lot of other stuff to do right now, so I put it on pause for a quick moment. Then I'll get back to it because I got some other stuff I gotta do. But it just seemed like everybody's just dancing around.
What did I tell you guys? I told you guys in the beginning when we started this process that these guys want to play games. They want to play games. They playing games with your life. They playing games with your life. Don't let them play.
Great.
Don't let them play. I said that to every single one of you. They're playing games with your life. They don't care about you. They want their money. They're a billion-dollar corporation. They want their money because they're selling your data off. Every single one of you, they're selling your data off. They're selling mine. They're selling Micah's. They're selling CJ's, Anthony, Jay, B. Lee, DeAndre. They're selling your data off. And they're selling it to the highest bidder to get you to make even more money. That's how the bank got your
Those guys.
information. You feel me?
Feel you.
So just make sure you guys understand that. You make sure that you understand that. Now everybody's starting to see it. Kendra saw it. Terraria saw it. No way, you're seeing it, brother. You're at a war. And I don't think Terraria could have said it anybody. Put your boots on, put your ruck pack on, grab your gun, let's go to war.
You know what? I think we should all get in like one car and just pull up on it.
It's not, let me tell you something, brother. Let me tell you something. There's only one way it's gonna be fixed. And I'm trying my damn hardest to get into the president's office. I'm trying my damn hardest to get in the president's office. I pulled everything that I know right now. Every person that has a potential to have to give me that opportunity to have a sit down with the president, I have pulled every single string to get me into that office. If I get into that office, it's going to be game changing because I know it from the back. I know it from the back. I've seen what you guys go through. There's no reason that there should be any dispute letters going out. Any third party dispute letters is BS. It's BS. If the file is right, there's no need for if you something wrong, got to get rid of it. But if it's right, hey, got to pay the piper. Got to pay the piper. But it shouldn't be sitting on somebody's credit for 18 years or 7 years or 6 years. Yeah, files close it out, move on. Shouldn't be sitting like that. This is stuff that we've been going through that I've written down a bunch of stuff on this, but we'll see what happens. Okay? But yes, that's Noah. Noah's question has been answered. Who else wants to have a go at it with a question? Oh, we lost CJ.
I got me a little question, and it's
Yeah.
kind of like
Oh, there he is. Okay. Go for it.
it's kind of like in operating and business. Like so, you know, I want to start doing credit repair and fix people's credit, the inaccurate information. And so like as far as the fees and charges, like how would I go about, you know, figuring out, okay, what do I want to charge people to fix their information?
Okay. So let's break it down. Let's break it down. you got to know how much a negative cost. How much does a negative item cost? If you can break down a negative item to the simplest form, once you figure that out, that's how much you can send out. So now, can I tell you how much a negative item is going to cost? I can give you a higher example. I can't give you the full. I can give you within a margin of error, maybe 10% margin of error. Okay. So let's go like this. If you dispute on the most aggressive part of the software, and I'm going to bring the software up just to have this conversation, so that we could see, oops, give me 1 second, guys. So we can have this conversation because I want to show you guys within a margin of error. Noah, go on mute, bub. I got too much wind noise from you, buddy. Thanks, buddy. Okay. I'll share my screen over here. All right. Can everybody see the software?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so let's do this. So let's go into within a margin of error. Okay. So when I'm disputing in the software, right? I'm coming over here. I'm going to my send rounds of attack. Oops, gotta log in. I send rounds of attack, and I go to the attack area, and I select my client. And where's my sample? There's my sample client. Do it myself. Select it over here. Beautiful. Okay. Select the MPEP, and I'm going to do this. Okay. So now we all know this. We know what we're doing here. But here's the margin of error that I'm talking about right here. Each of these items makes your letters cost more. The problem is the software is going backwards. In my whatchamacallit, in my suggestion here, it starts with the cheapest way and it works up to the most expensive way. So every single one of you have had this question at least once with me. Why does every round get more expensive? Right? Somebody, I know that I could see head nods from the people that have cameras on, the people that are, everybody's wondering, why does my round get more expensive? Well, I'll tell you why. Each round goes up. It starts at 10 and it works its way down to 3. So now, if you're reducing the amount of items, hold on. If you're reducing the amount of items inside of the file, okay? If you're to reduce that amount of items inside the file, what happens? What happens? You're increasing the amount of letters that you have. So you're never going to be able to get a proper price. But now let's us be the expert at the letter, stop relying on the AI and start relying on our brains, because then we can figure out exactly what the total cost is every single month. So how do I level out the cost? What would somebody suggest that I do over here? I'm not going to select anything. What would I suggest? What somebody suggest for me to do over here that would level out the cost every single month?
Have it set at default.
Default is not, no, default is using the AI. That's the difference. That's the difference, CJ. If you're setting this at default, what you're saying is every round, let the AI pick how many letters I want to go out. I know how many letters go out every round. The stuff.
Just saying is we need to select the same number each time.
Attaboy. Attaboy. Perfect. Give me a second. I'm still getting used to this camera. Can I do this? Okay. Let me. Okay. Look, it's freaking cool. It's going to take some getting used to, but it's freaking cool. But yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. You need to let the software, Joseph, you need to let the software dictate. You dictate to it. Not I dictate to the software. You dictate to the software what it's going to do. But once you start dictating to the software, I know how much I'm going to pay. Now, I do this every round, okay? I do this every Friday. I'll go through this file, and I'll figure out exactly how many letters are in here, okay? And I break it down every Friday. Terrario, this is what you have to do with your file. This is the main number that you have to figure out what you need to do, and it will tell you how much your file is going to cost. If you know how much your file is going to cost, before you even send it to me, you can ballpark it. What happens? You already know what to charge your client. And if you already know what to charge your client, that's how you start making money. That's how you start making money. Because we know what to charge the client. So let's go in here. CJ, since you're the one who's off mute, and I see you paying attention hardcore, what do you think you would charge your client right now? What do you think you should go charge your client right now that would even out your monthly spend? What number would I select over here instead of default?
To even out.
I'm gonna leave my mouse over here so you don't think that's the answer.
15.
How many?
15.
I'm gonna teach you something right now. Thank you, CJ. I appreciate that. It's not that you're wrong. You're not right either, but you're not wrong either because you don't know what you don't know. So I'm gonna teach you. 15 over here means that you're gonna put 15 negative items in each letter. Gonna drop your letters down, but the bureau is gonna know you're somebody that's a credit repair company sending out your letters as a credit repair company. Terrario, if I go too fast, I need you to come off mute because this is the answer to your question and explain this to you. Just tell me to stop and repeat. Okay?
Oh, I got that thing on screen record because I'm driving.
I got you, but if you trust me over here, if you understand it in here, you got it.
I think my biggest problem is
Yeah.
trying to understand like the letters and the drop down boxes.
It's right here, brother. It's right here.
Uh-huh.
It's right here. It's understanding right here. What doesn't the bureau think is a credit repair company? How many negative items per letter do you think the bureau thinks is not a credit repair company? Somebody shooting the wind. What? Who?
About 3.
About 3. Okay, Lou, what you saying? How many?
5.
CJ, what do you think? I see the gears
Hey, I'm
moving.
about to say, yeah, I was gonna say 7.
7. Okay. Lou's right. 5 is the number.
5. Okay.
5 is the maximum items that should be on a letter that goes out to the credit report. Negative items that should be on the letter for them to think you're not a credit repair company. So let me ask everybody in this room right now. Why are we starting with 10?
Moving too
Somebody go.
fast.
What happened?
Moving too fast, trying to get a return. Trying to do a quick turnaround.
Okay.
Or some people probably just don't know. I knew it was 5 though.
Well, you've been in a bunch of classes, Kendra. But why? Okay. So you've been in a bunch of classes. Why are we starting with 10?
Is it more efficiency?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Personally, okay. Makes no sense to start with that. That's the Lexington law. Makes no sense. No, Lexington law doesn't start with 10, Joseph. Lexington law does the opposite. I'll teach you the Lexington law way today. Well, I'm gonna show you the Lexington law in 2 seconds. Why would you go Noah?
You said Lexington Law. I just figured it was worth noting, Ali. I think they just lost their lawsuit.
They were always gonna lose their lawsuit.
Yeah, entirely. It's like $2.7 billion, and it's like, oh,
Billion
wow,
or
okay.
million?
Billion.
Mm-hmm.
Billion. It's like, okay, well, Ali was right about that.
I absolutely know because they're charging you monthly and dragging the shit out as best as they possibly can. I'll teach you the Lexington law way. It's actually super easy. The software gives you the whatchamacallit, gives you the ability to do it. But you have to know why they started with 10. 10 is to shake the tree, as what's said by my counterparts. My counterpart will explain it. 10 is to shake the tree to get off any low-hanging fruit. Okay? I don't like shaking the tree. I don't. Personally, I don't like shaking trees. I don't know what anybody in here that likes shaking trees and wasting money. I like going straight for the jugular. Because why am I here? How many people are here to fix their credit? Just to fix their credit. Nothing else. I'm here to fix my credit. Andy, you here to fix your credit. You don't want anything for your credit.
I'm here to fix my credit.
Hold on, wait.
Man, quit it, boy.
Yeah, later. I mean, I want to get some funding too.
So you're not here to fix your credit. You're here to get money. You're here to get money. So when I got started in the business, my boss explained this to me when I first started learning. Nobody is ever here to fix their credit. Nobody's ever looking to just fix their credit. I didn't wake up one morning, looked at my credit score, and said, "Oh, I should send in disputes today." Nobody ever does that. They need something. So now they need the bank to intervene to get them what they need. So you don't wake up in the morning and say, I want to fix my credit. You wake up in the morning and say, okay, I need to get funding to buy a house. I need to get funding to buy a car. I need to get funding to buy a business. I need to get funding to do X, Y, and Z. That's what you need funding for. Okay? So you need money. So you're not fixing your credit. That's why when I ask people, are you here to fix your credit or are you here to get money? Nobody is in here to fix their credit because they don't need something. They need something. That's why they're here to fix their credit.
And you got two all split the 147. Oh, that's like $36 a person. We can either.
You see the difference with that, guys? You see the difference when we go into that, where I know what I'm looking for. I know what I'm looking for. I know what I need. Okay. And at the end of the day, that's what I'm going for. It. I didn't wake up one morning and say, I need to fix my credit. Even owning a credit repair company, what did I need? I needed this. I needed this. I needed money. So what happens? I started fixing my credit.
So basically, when I send out the letters, it's gonna be a 10p.
You don't want it to be a 10p, Sarah. You don't want it to be a 10p. We want to focus on the letter that's going to have the most aggressiveness. How do we focus on the letter with the most aggressiveness? We come over here and we don't do default. This is what I was talking with CJ. I say, you want to start at 5. You want to start at 5, go down to 4, and then eventually end up at 3. The Lexington Law way, for everybody that wants to understand, is Lexington Law sends out one negative account every single month. So you can move that to 1. Guys, 1 is the most effective way to send out a thing, but it's also cost you a shit ton of money. I want you guys to understand this. I'm going to do 1 right now. Okay? I'm going to put these on default because we don't want creditor letters. We never ever want creditor letters. We want 1 to send out your negative items, unlimited. You don't have to change this box over here. It's something I realized. Why am I changing a box over here? Okay, to match the greens and everything. Literally, I can go like this, select unlimited and 1, and I'm good. This is literally the easiest way to do it. This is advanced disputing. Okay, this is a part of advanced disputing. Okay, I hit next. Let the AI read the system. Okay, hit OK. And now count my boxes after I hide the positives. So now we've hidden all the data. Okay, come over here. Let's go over here and see what it is. I don't know, so for some reason the software has been a little slow. Give it a second. There it is. Now, I'm going to take a screenshot of this. Control Shift S. There we go. I'm going to take a screenshot of this. I'm going to open up Paint. We're going to break this down right now. Serario, this is where you're going to learn how you should charge a person. Here you go. When we do the breakdown here, and everybody see me do this before, but I'm going to do the breakdown again. You're going to select your boxes. This is one category, right? This is a bankruptcy. Here's another category. Okay. Now, this I'm going to break up into 10. Here's one. 11, here's the 20. Here's another one. Okay. And then here's another 3. These are the categories. So if I'm sitting here and I got my categories, I know what's going on. Here's another set of categories. Let's bring this out over here. There's another one. And I'm just literally cutting the stuff that is the same color. Here's the red. Okay. Here's that. Here's this. Does this all match up? Does everybody see what I'm doing?
You gotta explain it a little more.
No, I'm just saying, do you see how it's broken up into the categories? Okay.
Yeah.
You see it, but you don't understand it, right? Lou, Anthony, just talk to me, brother. So here's one category. Personal information is purple, right?
All right.
Then the next category is public records. That's why they changed the color. Next category after that is the brown. Let's go to bad inquiry. So everything in this category is a bad inquiry. Okay, because we hit all the positive items. So nothing on the report is positive right now. Everything is a negative. So now everything here is a negative. So now I'm just matching the colors. I wasn't telling you what it was. I was just matching the colors. So now I match these colors. These are the student loans. Okay. I matched these. And I just followed everything. Now the next one that was in line was this. So now I'm going to go. Everything's charge off. Right?
Okay.
Here. Give me a second. I just want to make sure. Yep. Charge off. And I think the green one was a charge off. Yep. Okay. So now that I've matched all the colors in paint and everything's the same color. Okay. Now we know what our negative items are. Okay. Now we can count. How many negatives are over here? Tell me, Anthony. How many negative? Perfect. 1. Okay. How many are over here?
1.
How many are over here? 8.
Was it 22? 21?
21. I just counted 21. Perfect. 21. How many's here?
5.
5. Okay. How many's here?
7.
Perfect. How many's here?
4.
Perfect. And here?
2.
Perfect. Okay. These are your negative items. This is what's on. This is what the software is counting. This is the AI. I'm telling you how the AI is breaking everything down. Now, these are your negative items. And I'm gonna write it. Let me see if I can get rid of this garbage up here. Give me a second. Yes. Oh, I'm smart. These are your negative items. All right. I suck at spelling. Don't judge me. Let's make this as big as possible. These are the negative items that you have in here. Neg items. Okay. These are your negative items. You have your negative items over here. So if you have your negative items, these are all the negative items. And that box that we were looking at before, right? That box that we were looking at before is your maximum number of items attacked. These are those items. So now, where's Terrario? Make sure he's still here. If you were to count and we were doing 1 item per letter, how many letters is this? Take a guess.
43.
How many?
You said you talking about all the
All of these, yeah, all of these together.
it's 43 items.
43 items. Let me count. This is 2. This is 7. 7 is 14, 18, 20, 21, 41.
All right.
41. Right? Did I do that math correctly? Anybody want to check my work?
Like 41.
41.
Right.
Okay, so I had to do more math. Perfect. So this is 41 items. How many letters do you think it is? One item per letter.
Would it be 41 letters or 41 times 3 letters?
41 times 3 letters. Who said that? Who said that? Yep. CJ. Good. Yep. 41 times 3 letters because it goes out to the 3 bureaus.
Boom, I was just gonna say that too. I was gonna say, oh, I see why the 3 letters come in at, because you got Equifax, Trade Union, and Experian.
Yep.
So however many like inquiries or late payments or whatever needs to be disputed, it's gonna be that times those times 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So now the math is mathing now. Now,
yeah, man.
10 pages, because I do based upon 10 pages. Okay, we're gonna do it at the maximum number. Now everybody's got a little bit of a discount or something that came in. If you do 0.25, okay, times 10 pages, okay, because 10 pages is usually what we see, comes out to $2.50. Okay, we're gonna go on the maximum over here with the easy math. Every letter that has to go out, okay, every letter that has to go out is another $7.50 with mail tracking. Okay, $7.50 times how many letters was it? 41? 41 times 3 is 123 letters, correct? Did I do my math that quickly?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you fast.
Yeah, you good, human calculator. You good.
Okay. No, I like money, guys. I like money. Here's this thing. Now, this is where I'm going to ask for the calculator. 750 times 123. I think it's 7 something. 7 or 8 something.
92, 250.
92, 250.
You said 750 times 123, right?
Yep. 92, 250.
Yep.
$920.50. Okay. That's that. This is literally, what does this equal per negative item? $7 plus the 250 is $10. So if you have 123 letters, you're looking at $1,200. You're looking at $1,200. That's literally it right there. $1,230. That's a give or take 10%. Ready? Now I'm going to show you guys how to change the ideology. That's Lexington law. That's one negative item. Come on, stupid thing. Unzoom out. There you go. That's one negative item per envelope per round. So now, what happens here? Anthony, I'm going to ask you over here. I got 3 items per round. Okay? I got 3 items. We looked at this. This was 41. Let's break this down and let's do 3 items. So how many letters is going to go out in this one?
3.
Yes, but let's just do it. Let's just do it 1 and we'll times everything that by 3. So how many letters is going to go out?
1.
Okay, this one.
1.
Okay, what's here?
21.
21. Now we got 3. We don't have 1 letter per negative item. So now you're going to take your 21 and divide it by 3.
7.
Attaboy. That one worked out perfectly. I didn't even think that was going to work. 21 divided by 3. This one's going to be 7. Okay. So now, as you can see, the letters already went down. So now this is 7. How many are going to go out here? And this one over here. Oh, good question. Oh, let's go. Who? I see CJ, you threw it up. I see you. I see you. I see you. Okay. Come on, Anthony. Anthony, I love it. How many?
2.
Attaboy. How did you get there? How did you get there?
I was like 5 divided by 3. I mean, I just said 6 divided by 3. You know what I mean?
Yes, that's exactly what I want you to do. Exactly it. That's exactly the whole point. Perfect. 6 divided by 3 would be 2 letters because it doesn't equal 6. You can even round up to whatever the 7th is. But yes, that's perfect. So this is going to be 2 letters. Well, how about this one?
The red,
Yep, red.
I say 3.
Attaboy. This one,
2.
perfect. And this one,
That would be just 1.
attaboy. Perfect. Now let's count. 1 and 2 is just 3, 6, 9,
8.
9, 10, 11, 18. 18 times 3. 18 times 3 is what? 40 something? 40 to 20, that'll be 36, 42, 52? I got that.
54.
54? Shit, I was close. Okay, 54 letters. How many? Did we just take this amount and divide it by 2? We took this amount and divided by 2. So, I mean, I cut that bill down. Now, this, again, still times this by 10. This was mail with tracking, guys. I want everybody to understand something. Mail with tracking costs more, but I'm giving you guys the ideology. So when you have, here's my premium package. Here's what costs from my premium package. Here's my standard package. What's the difference? So here's the $10. That's $540. Now, Anthony, because I think you got it now. We're going to do it one more time. You got 4 negative items per letter. How much is here?
1.
Here?
1.
Here.
21.
No, how many letters, brother?
Oh, letters.
Yeah.
You said we got 4.
Uh-huh.
Hold on. So it'd be 8.
I don't know. I'm counting right now.
No. 4. I mean 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
6.
6. 6
6.
letters.
Yeah.
6. Okay, 6. How about this one? Still the same thing.
2. You would use 2? All right.
Mm-hmm.
7, 2.
Mm-hmm.
1.
And 1. Perfect. 1, 2, 4, 6, 12, 13, 14. Already, we cut the letters down from 18 to 14. We saved another 4 letters. We saved another 4 letters just on that math alone. Those 4 letters come out to whatever the 14 times 3 is. Hey, Siri, what's 14 times 3? 42.
Times 3 is 42. 14 times 3 is 42.
$420. Every time we step it down around, it costs less money. Does that make sense? Every time we step it down from one place to another, it costs less money because you're taking away letters. Now, the maximum place that you should go at is 5. That's the maximum that I see. There shouldn't be no 10. There shouldn't be no 10. So if I'm counting 10 and I'm only going 5, this all stays the same. This one's going to go down even less. Here's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right here. 1, 2, 3. Here's another 5. This is what? 4, 5. Here's 5. This is 1 letter. This is 2 letters. This is 1. This is 1. So 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, 11, 12. We went down another 2 letters. 12, that's 36. Times 10, this is $360. You see how where we started and where we ended? But now I flip it on top of its head. You start at 5 and you work your way up, okay? You work your way up to whatchamacallit? You work your way up to 3. Now, if you want to be psycho, okay, and I say this truthfully to everybody here, you want to be psycho, you start at 1. That's that advanced dispute that you're working on. You work at 1. And that's how you go. Do you understand this a little better now?
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah. Now, when you putting like you said, the 5, 4, 3, you putting that in the second box, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm putting that over here.
Right.
Now, does anybody want to know? Does anybody know where I got these numbers from? Does anybody know how I picked these numbers out? Or do you think I just pulled this shit out of a hat? You think I pulled that shit out of a hat, Lou? I know you, Lou, you all.
No,
You
no,
all.
no, 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 no. I was gonna say, I know you didn't pull it out of a hat because you're not that type of guy. You pulled it from somewhere though, but it wasn't out of no hat. I know that for sure.
Let's go. Let me show you guys how I pull these numbers. I'm going to turn this off, and I'm going to show you how the software has been setting you up on a different way. So when you start at 1, your default number is 10. Okay? Now, let's go to number 2. 8. You guys seeing the pattern here so far? 6. 6. 4. Oh, shit. 3. Uh-oh. Jay came off mute. Jay got something to say.
No, I was putting my mic down, but no, I see you. Though. Hey, this is a good session, man. I like that you broke this down for us like this. But yeah, I'm starting to definitely see now for sure. So that math you broke down, that was just better. That was basically the letters game with the
Mm-hmm.
letters. Okay, because I was told we supposed to round up, but now that I'm seeing here, this is where we round up at, right?
It's not even that you're rounding up. What you're rounding up was this. Okay? Here's the thing. You don't have to select anything here, guys. You don't. You can literally check all in green, not know anything that's wrong on the report. Come over here, leave this on unlimited, select your number of negative items, put default. Your letters will go out perfect. Every time. Except for bankruptcy, because you're missing the extras for the bankruptcy. Except for bankruptcy. But that's the key. You feel me? You understand how psychotic this is?
That's crazy. So man, so wow. So this truly isn't accurate. Well, not accurate, but you're really not doing nothing until round 5.
You're not getting the proper aggressiveness until round 5. You're not getting. Yep, Anthony. I see you. You're like, what do you mean? That's why I love having the cameras on, because you see the aha moments when people are having it immediately. Because you're like, oh shit, what are you talking about? Yes, for 4 rounds, you're not doing crap.
That's why I was getting ready to say something to you, because they tell you don't judge anything till after the 4th round.
Yep.
That part.
Yep. Go, iPhone. Do me a favor. You got to change your name. I don't know you. You knew. No, unmute yourself.
Oh, there we go. Sorry, my name is Chris, guys.
What's up, Chris?
So really quick, I'm about to do this customer's second round. So you said I can just put them all in green, hit unlimited, hit.
That
5.
is, if you ever did it that way, you're good. Our thing is, I'm not teaching you to do it that way. I want you to be lights out. You got to know what's wrong with the file. That's what we're doing over here. So say I come over here and say I want to, look, I got to get a round out today, and I don't know what it is. This is how you would do it, and it would be okay. My guys would not disapprove of this, and I have one of my guys in here. But my guys would not disprove of this because you're going to get the file. It's going to be more aggressive, but you wouldn't disprove of this. What I would say to you is, Chris, comes in, it's actually legitimately easy. You come in here. The reason we select all when we're about to run around is we want the report to read. Now, do you guys want me to teach you what to dispute perfectly every time and not have it go out of whack and save you the most amount of money?
I ain't gonna lie. I was just about to tell you, if you want, bro, you might as well just give us this whole scoop of what we should do every month. Because at this point, you dropping so many gems, I ain't got no bag to pick them up.
Lou, I love it when you're in the room, man. You just hype me up.
Come on.
When you guys are disputing, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you this. How many people actually know how many points, okay? How many points each negative is worth? Yeah, this is the thing.
Was it 55 roughly?
Ooh,
Did you
ooh,
say it was 50?
ooh, yes. 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 You guys are on the right track, but you're not answering it correctly. So I'm gonna do this, guys, for you. FICO scoring model. Everybody's gotten this. Everybody's seen this before, right? Everybody's seen that before, right? That picture.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Everybody understand that picture?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
What's the breakdown? How many points are in each of these? Oh, yay. No, I'm the wrong teacher. I'm the wrong teacher. I will call you out and say, what's the point? What's the scoring breakdown?
I think for
The percentages to points.
Yes, but how do we figure out the percentage of points?
I want to say payment history, either payment history or utilization. Those are the two highest points. One of them is counts for like I think 139.5 approximately,
Close.
if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
I've been doing a little research now.
All right. Let's break this down inside over here. Oh my God, that was great.
Do
Oh,
you supposed to divide?
nope. You're supposed to times.
Oh, times. Okay.
You're supposed to times. It's the percentage, but I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna save this for a later date. Okay. Breakdown. I love doing
Oh,
this.
I
This
think
is
I know what you're supposed to times it by. Is it 100?
nope.
No. Oh, okay.
What is the highest credit score we could get?
850.
850.
Okay. What is the lowest credit score a person can have?
350.
300.
350 or 300?
I heard it. 300. There you go.
Okay.
At least
Okay. What does that leave me here?
550.
Perfect. Perfect. Break down each percentage, guys. The 10% points, what does that equal? 55 each. 55 each. So my 10s are gone. Okay? Now, I'm going to show everybody here what it is. Okay. Let's give me where is my calculator? Okay. 550 points times 0.3% comes out to 165 points. Now your amount is gone. Let's do this again. 550 points times 0.35% comes out to what? 192.5 points. Then the last one in here is your length of credit history. Okay, 550 points times 0.15. What does that come out to? 82.5 points. I don't know why I just drew that like that. Apologize. This is your breakdown. This is what we call a score breakdown. Credit mix, new credit is your inquiries. Okay? New credit, this is the inquiries. This is the type of credit you have, all that stuff. This is your age, where it breaks down to your payment history. This big one, this is payment history. You have 100% payment history. This is how you get a full 192 points. So, question to everybody here. If I have a perfect payment history, how many points? What's my credit score? Barring anything else, what's my credit score?
492.5.
490, 492.5. Yep, perfect. If I have 0 account balances, right? What's my credit score?
We was at 465.
Add them together.
Oh, okay. We adding that. Okay, okay. 657.5.
There you go. You have a decent credit score if you pay your bills on time and you owe no money. That's not barring anything else. 357.5 points is right here. 357 points is right in your payment history and your amount owed. Everything else is extra. Okay? Your credit mix. So this is your mortgage, credit card, installment loan. The 3 things. Okay? Those 3 things. You have those 3 things. It only equals 55 points. So understanding this, understanding what's here, okay? Understanding what's here and how you build this, it should trigger in your head what you're going to dispute. Oh, there's Mr. Handsome. I thought that was you in this room. Okay? It only triggers in your head what you need to dispute. So now, everybody's asking me for the sauce. I'm going to use statistical data. I am not using any other data but statistical data. I want to go for the maximum points. So what am I going to dispute? Here's how I'm going to dispute it. Knowing what I know, knowing this account, how many negatives, how many none. Okay, when I come to select this crap over here, what do I care about? Well, personal information doesn't help me none. Let's get rid of that. Inquiries are only 55 points. Why the hell would I dispute that? I don't need that. So what am I disputing? 357 points. There's your 357 points. That's the key to the game. So now, if I went all in green, it doesn't matter. If I went all in blue, it doesn't matter. Okay? But that's how I figure out where the most stuff is. Now I come over here, and Chris, I'm coming back. I'm going to answer your question. I'm not going around the bush. I'm just giving you more information. I got
Gotcha. I
you.
appreciate it.
Okay? So now I've gotten rid of the crap. That's also what makes your letters cost more money. FYI, as we talked at the beginning of this phone call on how to call the bureau. You should be calling the bureau to dispute your inquiries. It costs you no money at all to call and dispute your inquiries. So why wait for me to send out an inquiry letter and hope that something gets disputed? No, call on the phone, get it done. So now, come over here, check all my stuff over here. Get a second. Let the system load. Oh, let me get rid of my positive items. Hey, Anthony,
Yes.
how many negative items I got?
Was it 41?
Nah, you talking about right now. It's like what, 17 or 18?
Yep, 18.
No, mind me. I wasn't even looking. My bad.
No. That's okay. That's okay. We went from 41 to cutting it down by half because we got rid of 21 inquiries.
Okay.
We got rid of 21 inquiries, and now we focus on what needs to be done. So, Chris, coming back to you, right? I
Yeah,
can
because there's a
legitimately,
bunch of inquiries on that one too. I might.
if there's a bunch of inquiries, pick up the phone and call the bureau. I put the number in the chat. It's pinned in the chat in the Telegram chat. Okay, get that number. Call them. If you need a script, it's in the free group. If you don't have if you don't have our free script, just get it. Ask Micah, myself, somebody will post it in the chat for you to get it. But it should be a link that's already pinned. Okay.
For the inquiries.
Yeah, I created a script for you guys. Okay. So now, You got 18 over here, right? How many
Mm-hmm.
letters is 18 going to be? Well, let's go back to our painting over here. Oh, oops. Let's go back to our painting. Breakdown. Save this one. FICO breakdown. There's another one for Vantage, but I ain't going to break that down. So if we break that down, I got rid of all this garbage over here. So what do I have? Just this color, just this color, just this color, right? So here we go. Personal information. We got rid of personal information. So we just got, whatchamacallit? Public record. So we got one, depending on which one you select. Okay. If we have one, if you're going to do one, you have 5 over here. You have 7, 4, and 12. So what is this? This is 6, 7 is 13, 18, 19. 19 letters. There you go. There's your breakdown. And now you just put that in your red, green, and blue boxes. That's what it's going to spit out. If you go down to the next number and you do 3, come down over here. 1, 2, that's 3, 6, 8, 9. Total 27. You saw how we dropped the letters on the most aggressive down to 18 letters? So now we were at 18 letters. We were at 54 before, but we're only attacking the major negative items. So now we're going after 375 points. You can get your results quickly, the results that you're looking for, by picking up the phone and calling and say, hey, look, let me get rid of my inquiries, but it only equals 55 points. That's all it equals. It's only 55 points, and it's grouped in with some other stuff. So do you get the full 55 points? No, I think now with the way FICO is, it's like 32 points, 32 and a half points that you get in total. So Chris, do you want to dispute 55 points, or do you want to dispute 357 points?
357.
Okay.
Sure.
357 for sure. So when you're in here, you know how to let the AI read it. Once you figure out what it is, go over here. Let it tell you on the bottom exactly what it is at the bottom. Exactly at the bottom what your negative item is. You're going to write that down every single time. You're going to write that down. Here's the student loan. Here's a collection charge off. Here's the all other derogatory late. Here's a all other delinquency late. Here's another charge off. Okay, this is good. Here's a public record. Let me go over here. Let me turn this off, turn this back on. Let me attack it. I go over here like this.
So really
Public
quick,
record. Yeah, go for it.
while you're doing that and pulling that box back up with the red, green, and blue,
Mm-hmm.
can you just hit the all red where they're all off and then just hit exactly what you need?
That's exactly what I
In
did.
in green, right?
Yep. I do public
Okay.
records. I do all of the charge off, all of the derogatory late student loan, all of there. Done. This is exactly what's on the file.
So if
Now,
it came up to 15, just hit 15 and the rest, the second one 5 and then default.
that's it. Got
Got
5.
you.
What is this? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 15, 5, default, default. You already know how many letters are coming out. Everybody knows how many letters are coming out. Every single person in this room knows how much you're going to pay me. Every single person in this room knows how much you're going to pay me at maximum. At maximum, everybody in this room right now knows how much you're going to pay me. Give or take a couple of bucks. You can figure it out now. So every person that's trying to figure out how much to price their client, on my premium package, you know how to charge them. So if my premium package, for example, in this case, and let's do the 5. What's the 5 breakdown to? 5 is 1. Don't forget this. I'm not counting the full amount for public records because there's 11 more letters that go with this. But just to give you a basic breakdown, here's 1, 2, that's 3, 5, 1 and 1. This is what? 6, 7. 7 times 3 is 21. 21 times 10 is $110. $210. There you go. At the premium package, that's with mail with tracking, to be able to track them to the bureaus. Is it going to be less letters, 21 letters with regular stamps? Yes, it will be less. It will be a lot less. But if you have the maximum in your head, what should you charge for a client that has that amount? Somebody throw a number out. Tell me what you think you should charge a client that has that amount.
$1,000.
How much?
Oh no.
Go no. Go for it. Go a month.
1,000.
$1,000 a month? You want to charge them
Oh
$1,000 a
no.
month?
So how many rounds? Probably take them what? 3 rounds, 4 rounds?
It could take up this. It could. You can never give that answer, but you should. At minimum, you're going to go 8 rounds. Say you're going to go 8 rounds, because if you go 8 rounds, you've already discussed it with them. Come on, Lou. I see you nodding your head. You got to come off mute, Lou.
$2,000 or so. 8 rounds. $200 a round. I mean,
Why would you charge him $200 a round when my cost for you? My cost is $210.
right. I'm just saying what the cost is. You got the
And
mine on top of it.
you didn't, but you didn't even include. Okay, so here's the thing. I didn't tell you this. That's just my cost. You didn't even include the cost of the software. So how much is
Right.
how much is the
850.
ooh 850? Yeah, that's a little high, brother. For 8 rounds? For 8 rounds? Shit, man. I'm coming to work for you if it's people paying you
All
$850 a month.
right, so if it's not, so then we might as well hit in the middle, like 600, 650.
You wanna you so yes and no. Yes and no. Here's the thing. Eventually you work your way up to there because you're gonna get you're gonna get your perfection down, that you're gonna have that people that are gonna give it. So yes. But where do you work to start at where people are saying, okay, I'm okay with this? Here's the thing. Your negative items and what you're spending out, okay? Because you're saying this is my premium package. So I'm teaching you guys like this. This is my premium package, not in the sense of me talking. I'm talking to you, talking to your client. This is my premium package. This is what my premium package includes. Okay, my premium package includes certified mail tracking. Okay, not certified mail with tracking, which means I'm giving you the tracking number so you could track your letters to its location. Okay. There is no you guessing if I'm doing the work. Get that guesswork shit out of here. Because that's gone. You're tracking your letter to the location. Okay? So when you're able to do that, you're able to figure that out. Now, that's also my premium letter. What's my premium letter? This is my strongest and most aggressive attack. Now, guys, how do we do a weak attack? What's a weak attack over here? What is a weaker attack?
10 piece.
Where? Oh, yeah. Okay. Yes, we can do it based on the negative items. Don't go based on the negative items. Go based on the red, green, and blue boxes.
Oh, blue.
Perfect. Hey, thank you, Jay. Select everything in blue. So now you only sending out 6 letters. So now if you only sending out 6 letters, that's all you got to worry about. 6 letters going out.
And it's just as effective as long as you're doing the tracking.
If you're doing the track, so yes, this is the keys, ladies and gentlemen. If they don't stall you out, come on, stupid. Sorry, guys, I apologize. I got to learn how to shut this thing. Stop. Okay, stop. Don't do anything. Stop. Let's see if that works. Okay. If you're doing it to a point where, excuse me, if you're doing it where you're doing it with tracking and you pick up the phone call, you shouldn't have any stall letters. But they can stall you out. But we don't want to do that. But at the end of the day, you're just shoving all that shit into one letter and you're saying hopefully something works. That's why they do shake the tree in blue. Okay? Hold on, give me a second. That's fine. My bad. Sorry, my ears. Okay? So what do? If we do that, okay? Excuse me. If we do that, that is where you can. Oh my God in heaven! Hold on, give me a second, guys. I gotta turn this auto zoom shit off. My bad, guys. I'm still learning how to work this thing. Okay. Okay. So I'll leave that there. So let's see. Okay. Hopefully it doesn't change now. But if we do that and we leave that
Oh,
there,
yeah.
okay, we leave that there, that's the way that it's
Oh,
gonna go.
yeah.
Okay. So that's that's what we're working on. Hold on, give me a second. No, on mute. Apologize, no. When we dispute in green, on the other hand, we're trying really hard. Oh my God in heaven, what the hell, man? This really loves hand motions. That's gonna throw me off. But
Green boxes.
green boxes. Green boxes are gonna give you more dispute error with your items. If you attack, it's gonna go in and it's just gonna pinpoint at that item, while the blue is pinpointing the whole file. So now, if they look at it and they see it doesn't really matter how many items you pick in blue, it's gonna shove everything together. It's not gonna separate and send more blue letters. It's not gonna do that. It's just gonna shove everything in one letter and hey, whatever you get off type of thing. Make sense? That's
And
why I
that's
say
like another package.
it would be another one of your package. Yeah. Say okay. So think about it. I think the most that I've ever had in a blue letter was 78 pages or 98 pages in one letter. It's a different type of envelope. It's the bigger envelope, but you only have to send 3 or 6 of them out. So at the end of the day, it's not really as bad. But when you break them up into green, it breaks up small, so it's not crazy. I don't suggest something blue with excuse me, with a person that has a lot of negatives. Person that has a small amount of negatives, I would do blue. They got 5 or 10 negatives, fine, do blue. But somebody that's got 19 negatives, like this person, I'm not doing blue. I'm doing green straight across the board. It's going to cost me less because the amount of negatives that they have to go into the letter is going to increase the amount of pages. Increasing the amount of pages, we can't shove it in a normal envelope. We have to shove it in the big envelope. And because we have to put it in that big envelope, what happens? You have more stamps. That's the same. I'm talking to you guys as if I was doing it the same way. Okay. It's the difference between do I have any on my desk? No. And I'm not going to get up and go get them. It's the difference between the regular standard envelope. Here we go. Beautiful. I did have this envelope, right? And the big manila envelopes that everybody has seen. You don't need the manila envelope. You don't need that envelope if you have over 21 pages inside the letter. So that's why we need to make sure when we're disputing, we understand what we're disputing. Now, can I teach you how to count pages? No, I haven't figured that math out. I don't understand how that works yet. I'm trying, but I can't figure that out. The software, the AI writes it in such a different way that I can't put a number to it. Once I can figure that out, game over. Okay? Game over. But I can't figure that out. But right now, if I'm sitting in your shoes and I'm figuring out how to charge this client with what it is, if I'm going green, no less than $350 a month. No less than $350 a month. But here's the thing. You know how to count the letters. So if I'm charging them $350 a month, how much am I making profit? Come on, Ant, you know this. I see you shaking your head, but I know you know this. Do math.
$140. Something.
Attaboy, Chris. Good job. Right on the nose. Right on the nose. $140 because it's 210 minus the 350 minus 210 is $140. That's your profit. That's your take home. Now,
I've been undercharging.
oh, absolutely, you've been undercharging. Every single person has been told that this software to charge $500 freaking dollars. Raise your hand if that's what you've been told.
Yeah, for the course of it.
For the course of it. Who
Crazy.
in their right mind?
Right, that's crazy. I'm doing this lady right now for that.
Who in their right mind? Why? Because you're gonna go out and go print your own letters. Do you have time to print your own letters? Hell no. You know what the first thing I did when I started my credit repair company was? Does anybody know what the first thing I did when I started my credit repair company?
Went and bought a printer.
Hell no. Hell no. Nope. The opposite, Anthony. The opposite of what you just said. I went and found an outsourcer to do all the printing and all the work for me so I could focus on the job itself. It was told to me when I first started my company, there's two things that you can do. There's two things you can do. You can focus on work or you can focus on making money. You can focus on the work or you can focus on making money. They ain't the same thing. So right now, Chris is trying to focus on the work, right? But he realized that he's undercharging his people. So now he's like, okay, how am I supposed to make money? So Chris, you're gonna say 500 was for 3 months. Okay? This is your play. 500 was for 3 months. I don't care who it is. We're gonna change you off of 500. You're gonna pay me $50 a month, okay? Because you're still testing. You're gonna pay me $50 a month, and you're gonna pay your own printing, and you're not going through anybody else. Why? Because if you go through somebody else for printing and it's messed up or something happens or you send out the wrong document or you do this and that, who's going to be at blame for that? You're going to blame me and say my process doesn't work. So we're not going to do that. I'm going to send you to my print guy and you're going to print directly through my print guy. Now you take the guesswork out because I'm sending you the pictures. I'm sending you everything. You know the job is done. So you don't have to worry about anything. But you charge them $50. That'll cover your GA cost and you make a couple of bucks. Okay? But what is that going to do to you? You get 10 of those people in, you're making money. They don't know that every time that you upgrade a package, your GA cost goes down. Yeah, you understand it? You catch what I'm putting down?
Right.
Okay? When you get to $300 a month, what happens? How many GAs do you get? 30. What's 30 times 50?
30 times 50 was
$1,500.
$1,500.
$1,500. Your cost is $300. You didn't pay anything for printing. You focused on getting 30 people in at $50 a whack. You're gonna get your deletions at $50 a whack real quickly like that. You're gonna get people who are they're gonna come off easy. And what are you gonna do with that? You're gonna instantly raise your price from $50 to $350. Now, those same 30 people that come in are gonna make you how much? I don't have I don't have that calculation in my head.
What was it? 350 times 30?
Uh-huh. I got it. I'm waiting for Anthony.
1,500.
$10,500. The same people that you were charging $1,500 just made you an extra $9,500. See the game, how easy money works?
Mm-hmm.
And you're not doing anything differently. That's the game, my friend. You become an expert and you got your deletions, you've got your stuff. All of a sudden, the game changes. The game changes. You're able to dispute. You already know what you're doing or attacking. Excuse me. I should use proper terminology. You're doing what you need to do over here, and by doing that, you're just kicking ass and taking names at that point. That's legitimately what you're doing. And every single person that's going through here, oh, Terraria left. He probably lost service. Every person that's going through here, that's what you're doing. Now, with your client that you're doing right now, you can dispute everything in green and do standard letter, and it'll probably be $60, $70, maybe $60. Okay? You'll be $60. But at the end of the day, if nothing gets removed, what happens? You're going to be down on yourself, and you're going to be in a position that you think that the software doesn't work. And then what happens? You're going to leave. You're going to leave.
Well, no, I do know it's very effective because I started with my own and I got myself from like 5 ton up. One of them's like 706, and I'm waiting on the last four to come out. So it definitely works, and I know That's why I'm glad I'm in this group and I got a lot of notes from actually how to attack properly. So I definitely appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. Well, you knowing that the software works, okay, but it's going to test your faith when you can't get something off somebody else's account.
Right.
Oh, it's going to test your faith real crazy. It never. So you know what the funny part? When I found my outsourcer was working with me in another company. My outsourcer used to charge me back then. Used to charge me per round $22 a round. This is with sending letters. With sending letters used to be $22 a round. Okay. I used to pay my outsourcer something like 1,400 a month. Okay, sending letters out. So you guys got to remember what I'm doing at this point. But why did I go with this specific outsourcer? Because he got the job done. Okay, he got the job done, and the more that he got the job done, the more that I wanted to send to him. But this is the same thing that with you guys. Once you guys start making money, you guys have the roadmap. You just follow the roadmap. The software is here. Here's the roadmap. Here's the roadmap. We got 15. We got 5. We hit default, hit next. Follow the roadmap. Let it read the report.
And again, you can just click all green and hit 15
Yeah.
5 right?
Mm-hmm.
Or just the green items that you have wrote down.
Mm-hmm.
Got you.
And now follow. This is your roadmap. Your roadmap's right here. Just follow your roadmap every 30 days. This is your roadmap. This you don't even have to think about it. That's why I said 8 rounds, because there's 8 rounds right here.
So you recommend every 30 days, every 14 and 15 days?
So here's the thing with everything that's going on. If you're sending mail with tracking, you don't need to send it every 2 weeks.
Okay.
Why, CJ? Why don't we have to send it every 2 weeks?
Because we know they got it.
And how do we know that they got it?
We got that tracking number and they say deliver.
Okay, and what else do we do after they got that tracking number that says delivered?
Are we telling the process, calling them the processor?
Boom. So why we gotta send it every 2 weeks?
Got it.
You see how we cut down our letter spending?
Okay.
That's for people who are sending standard mail to get through the stall letters. They want to get through the stall letters in less than 60 days. But if you send a mail with tracking, what the hell are you waiting for? Oh, somebody sent me a message. Noah's blowing his nose. Okay. You get me?
Got you.
That's the whole point. When you're sitting down there, I read that and I kept asking the question why. Nobody could ever give me an answer. You know who gave me the answer? The lawyer that we sat down with. The lawyer that we sat down with gave me the answer on why they were sending out those letters 15 days. What did I do hardcore after I sat down with the lawyer? What's my number one offer in the at Total Post and Print and the batting team? What's the number one offer? Damn, everybody's quiet. Shit, nobody even knows my mail with tracking. Mail with tracking is the number one offer. We make you sign a form to get standard mail to make you understand what the risks are to send standard mail. But we don't make you sign that same form for mail with tracking. Who signed the standard mail form? Who's still sending standard mail? Who's going to change now that they understand standard mail ain't worth it? Lou, I better see that damn hand go up. Thank you. Okay. Chris, I understand that you charging somebody way less, so you got to fix yourself first. But now you know the math. Now you know the math.
Right.
He's like,
she gonna get standard this time.
She's gonna get standard this time. But the next client that comes through, you bet
Yeah,
your ass
next client it's gonna be tracking, and I'm gonna charge definitely appropriately.
because Here's the thing, guys. I want you to understand something. I own the printing company. I own it with my wife. Okay. I don't own the software company. I don't own the software company. I don't talk crap about the software company. I know the software works and everything. But what is my one job with you as your printer? Damn, there's a lot of quiet over there. That scares me.
Make sure we get results.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
sure
it. Yes, I want to make sure you get results. If you don't get results, what's going to happen? You're going to leave. You're going to leave the software. You're not going to believe in me. You're not going to believe in the software. And what's going to happen? What's going to happen?
We'll be out of business.
Exactly. Exactly. Why is everybody here today on Friday? Because everybody in this damn room trusts me. Everybody in this room right now trusts me. Everybody in this room trusts not only my process, but they trust the information that they get from me. I didn't do that by accident. I did that purposefully. It's to make sure that everybody in this room gets the results that they're looking for. If they don't get the results that they're looking for, okay, what happens? They're going to go to another software, which I don't have access to, which means business goes down. I lose the shirt off my back. Yes, I may have a printing company with a door at the front door, but all my business is coming through you guys. It's coming through the e-commerce store. So I got to make sure you guys are getting your results. If you guys are getting results, you're bringing more business through the door. That's the key. That's why I say it's a symbiosis. It's a symbiosis together. I'm not killing you and you ain't killing me. I'm teaching you how to go forward so we can always eat together. What's up, Noah?
It's a goated setup.
It's what?
It's a goated setup.
Never heard that terminology before. Never
It
heard
just
that.
seems really good from the top down.
But I'm at the bottom with you.
So it's really good from the bottom up then.
So then we flip it upside down and we make us at the bottom. We make up at the bottom. We make sure that we give our clients are at the top. We got to make sure that they're getting the best that we possibly can give them. We give them the best that we possibly can. That's the key. Everybody here has got the ability to do greatness.
All
I don't flex anymore. I stopped flexing. There's no need to flex anymore.
right.
My flex is the knowledge that I give you guys. The more people that stay in here, that's my flex. The more people. I had an awesome class today. There was at one point almost 12 of you. That's my flex. That's my flex. If people don't believe that, that's my flex. Of how many people I can teach. How many people I can get the word out to. That's the true flex right there. So before it used to be money. After a while, who gives a shit about money? But that said, once you start making it, I used to be broker than a joke, and everybody knows that. I was broker than a joke. I had $36 when I met my wife, and when we went on our first date, I had $7 after our first date. $7 after our first date was over. I'm so happy I married the woman that I married, because if I didn't marry that woman, if it was one of these really, really expensive ones, I'd have been broke that night. That's it. We wouldn't have went any further. But we went out to coffee, went out to Dunkin' Donuts. We did what we needed to do, and yeah, I got a baby on the way. Yep, that one with the Jubilee band is real.
Which one is that? Which color?
The day date, the gold and silver one on the right is definitely real. That the hourglass on the day just as good. That's got a nicer band. And oh wow. And then is that a Batman?
Maybe I'll get some better pictures of it and send it again.
That's a fucking Batman. Yo,
Bought it.
girl. Yo,
She said,
girl.
about the Rolex.
What?
Okay, Mom, he gonna tell you about the Rolex. I should hear you.
Oh no, I'm looking at them. The one on the left is a Batman. The one in the middle is a day just with an oyster band. They have the magnifying glasses on all three ones on all three dials, which is good. I can't see the ticking. You got diamond inside of the day just, which is really nice. The crowns are correct on all of them. So all the things that would tell that if it was fake are not saying that it's fake. My personal favorite one is the one all the way to the right, because it's got the band that I like. But everything else is perfect on it. I think from my eye, from what I could tell from just the picture, they all look good.
So
But
what about the serial number?
the serial number you got to look on the back. But what I would suggest that you do is bring it to a Rolex dealer, somebody that's a certified Rolex dealer. Have them look at the internals because that's the only way that you're going to be able to tell.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and they don't charge for that either. I think for them they look at it. They'll be able as soon as because it's a special tool that they have to press down on and turn to open it.
Right.
They'll be able to tell within 5 seconds of opening it up, actually telling if it's fake or
Yeah, I did some research on it. The
not. Yeah.
information. Okay.
And then if it is real, ask him to give you the paperwork, and then you can, if you want to sell them, those watches. 1, 2, 3, about 45K right there, if not more. If not more. That's that key. I'm sorry, guys. That was just that was a question. We're here for questions, and Kendra's a jeweler. Oh, guys, Kendra's opening up her own jewelry store. So if anybody needs jewelry, hit up Kendra.
Yeah, I'm starting the process. I'm doing everything now.
So there you go. So you guys got to connect inside over here for jewelry.
My bad, y'all. Forgot I won't on mute.
No. It's okay. It's okay. So now that I've went through everything, I went through a little bit of the software. I went through my software. I went through a bunch of stuff. What's going on with you guys? Where is everybody at? Where is everybody stuck? Is everybody ready to attack this in a different way? What can we help before we get off of this call? Because next week we might not have a call. Technically, she's due on Thursday.
Well, my attack is done. I went through the process with you with that one. So the next one is not until February. And when I do that one, no. The next one is not until January. Sorry. When I do that one, I know how to go about it again. So I'll do it the way you told me to do.
You see the one that says M2 FICO Forge behind him?
Uh-huh.
You could just ask John to help you.
Okay.
As you can see, he sits in the classes with us, so he knows what he's talking about. The only thing that you're gonna have to do is deal with a little bit with his accent, but just tell him to explain it better. So Kendra's good. CJ, what do you got, brother?
I'm all good. I'm ready to start my second round now. I'm glad I learned today to only send 5 accounts at one time and not leave it at default.
And
So
not leave it
that's really what my focus is. Yeah, that's what my focus is now. Because I've had 2 clients right now. I've been using the software and I've been using it setting it as default.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so I'm looking to see what type of progress results I get to send 5 attacking 5 accounts at one time.
Are you gonna send certified or standard mail?
Y'all do is certified and tracking still the same thing?
The same exact thing.
All right, see, that's what I'm doing. Certified, yep.
Okay, that'll help a lot more. But what are you gonna do when you get that certification? What are you gonna do with that file?
When I get the cert that is got delivered, just call them ASAP. Let them know I need them to process that attack.
Hey, my man.
And you just call in as the client, right?
Yeah, you can call in as the client. Just if there's any women, make sure you have a woman calling it
Right,
instead.
right. Okay. And then one last question. Sorry.
Um,
With the inquiries, never really put that through the software. Just give them a call.
So it's not that never put it through the software. Okay, it's easier to do via call because why? You know that if you call in with the script that we have, that you're going to be able to get it removed quickly. If you call in, or you wait for the software it needs help. Okay, and it's not easy, and it costs money. Okay, you don't want to spend the money that you're going to need to get that inquiry removed. Why? Because it's expensive. Why is it expensive? Because you have to send to 3 other bureaus. That's what people don't understand. They think it's just easy to remove that, but you have to send it to 3 other bureaus. And I stopped sharing my screen. Let me share my screen and show you, just to give you an idea. When you're doing an inquiry, okay, just to show you, Chris, I removed the inquiries from here. Let's let's get blast for okay. Let's do just inquiries. I'm gonna focus on just inquiries, and I'm not gonna do anything else.
DJ.
Ooh. When you're doing inquiries, right? Wow, a lot of people in the software right now. Okay, let's see. There we go. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I have my information turned on over here. So I didn't turn off creditor letters, so it's going to send out a creditor letters. But we don't want it to send out to this creditor. What we want is to send it out to Innovis, no, LexisNexis, SageStream, and Clarity Service. That's it. Here's your inquiries. Here's your 3 bureaus right there. And we did a video, Michael. We got this video up on the tube, right? You're on mute.
For bankruptcies?
No, not bankruptcies. This is inquiry removal.
I think we do. I have to look for it. I can
Yeah.
look for it right now.
So I think we have this video up there that's there. So this would you would send it to these 3 secondaries, or remove it off of these 3
The
secondaries.
video's where?
Hmm?
The video is where?
On YouTube. The tube.
Oh. And what's the YouTube channel?
M2FICOForge.com. M2FICOForge on YouTube.
Perfect.
Didn't you say you selected the Sage stream twice?
You get selected twice. I gotta find which address is the right one. I don't remember which one is the right one, I'll be honest with you.
Okay.
So that's it. You just gotta find the right one, which is it. So one's Atlanta, Georgia, the other one is you know what? Why put off till tomorrow what we could do today? Stage stream inquiry letter. Contact us. Oh, Stage Stream is now LexisNexis. Who knows who owns LexisNexis? Can you show of hands?
You said who owned them?
Who?
Is it the bureau?
One bureau owns them.
You said which one?
Yeah, which one?
Well,
Yeah.
it's either
I thought it was
It's not Equifax. The other E.
Oh, Experience.
Hey.
Yep. And how does the Experian get their bankruptcies? LexisNexis. If you want to get your bankruptcy removed off of Experian quickly, remove it off of LexisNexis. LexisNexis doesn't verify it with Experian. Experian removes it immediately.
Where's the
Atlantic,
terminology to get the bad inquiries removed when you call in?
it's in. So Michael will send you the free. It's pinned. It pinned in the group somewhere, but there's a link to my free. Here, it's in here. My free docs, and there's a letter 24-hour inquiry deletion right here.
Somebody else send that access to me.
Yeah, it should be in the group. It should be pinned. You just gotta look for it. But I'm gonna have
In
Michael.
this group chat?
Yeah, in this group chat. In our group chat. There's a bunch of stuff that's in here. All right, I'll send this out right now. Share, copy link. Okay.
Thank you.
Micah, pin this one over here too, bub. Done. There you go. I just sent another link out. So that'll be in there. And then you go 24 hours. And that'll be everything that you need that's in there. Jesse, thanks for the subscription on YouTube, man. I just saw that. Appreciate it. But here, so Kendra, it's right here. So it's the Atlanta, Georgia one, which when we go to the software will be the first one, the consumer office.
Okay, I got it.
No. So that's the first one. So that's what it'll look like. So the funny part is you're removing it off of LexisNexis, which owns StageStream. So you're removing it off of StageStream and Clarity Service. This is how they all verify each other. You know what this is called? What we call it in computer terminology? It's called a redundancy. You know what a redundancy is? It's a backup. It's a backup. Yeah, I tell people to come in on Fridays to the to the mastermind class, and they asking questions while we're in mastermind. A redundancy is set up so that if you remove it off one place, that they have other places that it's at. They set up redundancies purposefully. This is the truth. I'm telling you guys, they're playing a game with every single one of you, and they're just the puppeteer. All right. All right, guys. That is anybody have any questions?
No, I appreciate everything. It's my first time here. Man, I learned a lot, so I sure appreciate it.
This was just Chris, you came into a class with no fucking structure. This was no structure at all. This was just take a question and go.
Man, I ran with it.
Yeah, that's so what I try to do is I try to make sure that I answer as many questions as I possibly can, because this is what the business is about. Okay? You may get a client that has a question or something that you have a question on that you don't know how to get an answer. Write that shit down and come in a class and ask me that question. This is the time to get it, because it's not just you that's answering that question. It's 211 members that are answering that question. It's my employees that are getting the answer to questions that potential people can be asking that I'm giving answers to. So it's not just you, and there's also your clients that we can go down a way that you never knew that the answer can go down. So always write that shit down and come in and ask me. Come in and ask me, because it's not going to hurt. It's not going to hurt. Jay, my main man, Jay.
What's
Jay's
happening?
Jay's trying to get his mic unmuted. You good?
Yeah, I'm good. You know, we just sent off that pack not too long ago. Yeah, everything's good. Everything's looking well.
Good. Good. So no questions on your end?
Nope, not yet.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Did you get into new software yet or no?
No, I got it up right here. I got to make the login and jump in.
Get in, jump in, let me know, test it out, let me know what's going on. Don't refresh your report yet until you get in. All right?
Okay, so get in and then refresh my. Okay, all right, cool.
Yeah, let me know if it's doing the comparison with last month at the same time. Okay?
Okay, nice.
Perfect. Kendra, I know you're always willing to ask me questions. I don't have to worry about you. Ooh, we're missing Alexia today. Oh, damn it.
Yeah, I was thinking about her the whole time.
I was like, where's my where you know, I got the Bobsey twins over here. Okay. All right. Jesse, you new to the group? Well, not new to the group. You've been with us for over a month now since we ran that class with Manny, but any questions for you?
Yeah, I had a question about my second attack. I think I'm about to be up at the 30 days.
Mhm.
So when I go about that, do I go to purchase additional attacks for my second attack?
No. Which subscription did you buy?
I think I got the bronze.
So if you got the bronze over here, you get 4 attacks
Yeah.
every single month that you pay your subscription. Just make sure your subscription is up to date. Okay, which you'll find down here. It'll tell you exactly where it is, and it'll say just look to see that it says active. And then come over here to the home page and look over here, and you'll see how many credits you have. Okay?
Hold on, I'm trying to see. I just opened it up.
Yeah, no doubt.
You said, where do you see the credits on the home page?
On the home page, you should have your name, your email address, and then your general attacks.
Okay, 3 remaining.
Yep. Okay. So you have 3 remaining, and then
So now,
you
well, all right, go ahead.
go to your pricing, go to select subscription, and scroll down to the bottom and make sure that you see under status, it says active. If it does not say active, you will not be able to generate a report. You will not be able to generate a new letter.
Okay, so it's active.
That's it. So don't wait. Go generate.
All right, so that's all. That was my next question. Do I click on my profile to generate for the new attack?
Then round tank.
Well, I don't see that. Oh yeah. Okay,
10 rounds of attack, and then go to the attack area.
and then just click on my profile name and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I'm gonna have somebody that I know too that I'm gonna do the credit and so I just go about it about the same way with mine when I send like the second attack and the third attack.
If you need help, you see John? You see John in this room?
John, where's he at?
The eye.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that guy right there. He's waving at you now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. He mans the phone, the 914-429-4188 number. He's on the phone right now. If you need help, ask John. He'll help you with a walkthrough. John, one of Manny's clients. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, cool, perfect.
All right. He'll help you with the attack. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. That goes for everybody in here. If you're in here, if you're in our mastermind group, we'll help you out. Okay.
I
But
got one last question.
go for it,
Sorry,
Chris.
not to mean to cut you. Where can I get those numbers at to call to get through better so I can have them process it?
I don't. It's pinned in the group. I don't know where the heck it's pinned at. It's literally. I think if you click the pinned messages. Oh, there you go. If you click pinned messages, it'll show you all the messages that's been pinned. And I see it over here. It's the Equifax TU and Experian number. It was December 22nd.
Okay.
Yeah, that was all the pinned messages. But that was that's it. That's where you get that. You click pinned messages and it'll go from there.
What were those numbers for?
Equifax TransUnion and Experian.
And those are
So
the
the way that Manny had taught you to send out letters, he teaches you not to send out mail with tracking. I
mm,
teach people to send out mail with tracking, so you have the tracking number. When you get the tracking number, then you pick up the bureau, you call the bureau, you tell them to process the letter. So what
mm.
happens is you get rid of stall letters, which it says a third party agency has done this letter. Make sense?
Yeah, because I did get a bunch of those letters talking about the third party agency and all that, blah blah blah.
Yep. That's how you get rid of that.
And then I did get another one that was different, though. It said something about identity theft or something like that.
Yeah, they think you're doing identity theft because you're sending it out. You didn't get any
Okay.
identity. Yeah,
Yeah, I got like two of each, but you just make sure.
there you go.
Cool.
You're supposed to technically get three of each because you sent one to each bureau.
Okay. Well, I mean, I did get a bunch of letters. I didn't count them all, but three of them are the same, and then two of them are the identity theft, I believe.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Cool. Lou, you went quiet on me. I feel you're on the phone.
I'm here. All is well. Just taking notes, taking it all in. You good. Another bombing Friday. Really appreciate it.
No problem, brother. I got you. I got you. Um, who else I got? I got Jay. I talked to Jay. I talked to Kendra. CJ, you're my last one on the list over here. Chris is asking questions. CJ, you're my last one on the list. What do you need help with before we end this sucker?
Oh, actually, everything I need help been getting answered throughout the call. I just needed help. The main part we went over was the check boxes and the default and what not to leave default and stuff like that.
There you go. Cool. Cool. I still got an iPhone in here, a random iPhone. I don't know who it is. So if you have any questions, please, 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 please come off the phone and let me know if there's any questions that you have. If not, put it in the chat if you don't feel like speaking, but just let me know. Want to make sure that you got your help today. Silence. Okay. So everybody